So this is a story that I have heard repeated in many different versions. And many of you have probably heard it, and I just thought I would share it anyway, because it turns out to be one of my favorite stories. Um, the story is called Buddha and the Snake. So the story goes that Buddha was walking by a village, and he was about to enter a forest when a bunch of villagers ran up to him and said, Holy One, don't go into the forest, because in that forest lives a very cruel snake, and it's a very dangerous snake, and he loves to bite people and kill them. And surely, if you go in, that is your end. And the Buddha smiled and said, You know, don't worry about it. If I can help you in some form, and this is an opportunity for me to help you, then I'm happy to do it. So Buddha walked into the forest, and sure enough, the snake came running towards him. But unlike everyone else who had fled from the snake, Buddha just stood his ground and smiled compassionately at him. And this surprised the snake, and as he came close to the Buddha to attack him, he noticed the aura and the kindness and the peace about this human being that he had never seen before. So he turned to the Buddha and said, um, uh, Please teach me, what is it that makes you so peaceful and happy and calm? I would love to learn that. And the Buddha said, Yes, of course, I will teach you. But first, you must promise me not to hurt anybody. And the snake promised that. And the Buddha sat there and taught him all about life and wisdom and compassion and kindness. And the snake became a disciple of Buddha that day. So a year passes by. Buddha is walking through that same forest again, and he hears someone moaning. And he turns around and he actually sees the snake all beaten up, bloodied, about to die. And the Buddha just rushes to him and takes the snake and puts it on his lap, and says, What happened to you? Oh, why are you like this? Who did this to you? And the snake said, Well, I promised you that I would not hurt anybody. So I did not. Initially, people were still hesitant to come into the forest. But after a while, they noticed that even as they were passing by, I was not hurting them. So they became bolder and braver with time. And then people started taunting me. And just yesterday, a group of men who came to the forest found me and attacked me with all that they had. And here I am, dying. And the Buddha was shocked, and he said, You are such a strong and powerful snake. Why did you not defend yourself? And the snake said, But I made a promise to you that I would not hurt anybody, that I would be compassionate to every living creature. Buddha was surprised, and he said, Snake, you completely misunderstood. I said be compassionate to every single creature. And that compassion starts with you. You too are a creation of God. If you cannot show compassion to yourself, no one else can. You cannot give to others what you don't have. Everything starts with self-compassion. And the story goes that it was too late for the snake, because he was dying. But some reason that story kind of stayed in my mind. we talk about compassion, we talk about kindness, but it's often like when you're flying and they give instructions that if there's a drop in air pressure, you would see these oxygen masks drop down. Please make sure to fix the oxygen mask on yourself before you fix it for the person next to you, even if it's your child. And the reason being that if you are trying to help somebody and you're not fixed to that oxygen mask, then your mind would be disoriented and you would not be able to help either that person or yourself. So it is with compassion. You need to show self-compassion before you can show compassion for others. I hope that story has some cause for reflection in you, and I hope you enjoyed the story. If you have any thoughts, please comment below, and I would love to hear from you. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.